Welcome. We doing this again, ladies and gentlemen. We doing this again. Let's go at it like this tonight. God damn it, I'm rich, I'm fly, I'm a real swagged out, pimpin' kind of guy. Making my guap, making my change. Got you ladies straight doing my thing. God damn it, I'm rich, I'm fly, I'm a real swagged out, pimpin' kind of guy. Making my guap, making my change. Got you ladies straight doing my thing. God damn it, I'm rich. Make sure you're tuning in every Friday and Sunday night for Freaky Fridays and Sunday Night Live. Let's hit the merch. Welcome to another episode of No Cap Reacts. I'm your man Bailey, aka Mr. Go Get 'em. And we are back in the building with another motherfucking episode. So, yep, I'm back at it again. I am here. We're going to do this. And tonight's gonna be a little different because I'm opening up the phone lines. Yeah, I'm opening up the phone lines tonight because I feel like this conversation might be something that the guys and the girls both might want to call into and be like, hey, and they might have an opinion. So tonight, as you can see, the subject is the explosion of polygamy. And I guess I should probably also throw in there polygyny, which seems to actually be happening all over the place. And well, when things such as that happens, guess what happens? We talk about it. So, as I said, I would be bringing back therapy session. And what therapy session does is we just talk about all the things that are really taboo that a lot of people don't want to talk about. And sometimes, as the original therapy session started, you can come get on the original therapy session, sit on the couch, and we have a conversation based off of, whatever it is. So, if you would like to be a part of the show, if you would like to, give your 2 cents, or you're going through something and you really just want to talk about it, that's what the couch is for. Plenty of times it's been called the casting couch. It is not the casting couch, but we can definitely use it as the therapy couch and go from there. So I'm trying to actually log into the phone number right now, so that we can get this going. So, before we even get started, for those of you that are on YouTube, hit the thumbs up button. It is free. Just hit the thumbs up button. It is free. I can see it. That means that you like the video. You are here. If you are not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. If you're on Kick, make sure you subscribe and follow. If you are on Twitch, make sure you subscribe and follow. If you are on X, make sure you fucking follow. If you are on Facebook Live, make sure that you subscribe or follow. If you are on Rumble, make sure you give a motherfucking follow. And all right, so it looks like it's not gonna work there. Let me go to my phone real quick and just log in that way. Cause the schnit's not working. Computer for some reason. Try to make this real quick. All right. So, when it comes to polygamy / polygyny, they are different, but they're also one and the same. Okay, a lot of things that a lot of people just really don't understand, which is understandable. In order for there to be understanding, again, there needs to be a conversation had that allows you to understand what it is that you potentially might actually be getting into. Because for the most part, people knock things and they really never have a reason for why they knock the things that they knock. Right? So, what I want to do is honestly have a conversation about a lot of things that y'all basically, for the most part, just consider to be taboo. And just for the sake of taboo, because you don't know anything about it. I'm going to be the first person to say I am no professional about this, and I've done my researches just a little bit to even sit here to have this conversation even tonight, to make this really actually flow correctly for us to really get off into this to make it happen. So I just need to get my password right. Because again, I want the phone lines to pop tonight. Tonight is all about the phone lines. Probably should have did this before I jumped my ass on this motherfucker. But it is what it is. We got to do what we got to do to make sure it happen. First and foremost, does anyone here even know what polygamy and polygyny is, as well as the fact that a lot of times people do mistake it for what is called poly, which this does fall under the terms of poly, but it's a different form of poly. All right. You have various different ways where you have men with men, you have women with women, um, etc. Then you have a woman who has multiple men, and then you have men who have multiple women. Okay. They are all different, yet also all within the same. And tonight, what I'm talking about is a man having multiple women. And that is going to be what the conversation is mainly about this evening. For cars and audio. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is go to the app. I'm just going to call myself, make sure it works. All right. So Natalia said, isn't poly the acronym for polygamy and polygyny? Yes, but there's also polyamorous and a lot of other things. So it looks like everything is up and running. Phone number 602-736-6660. When you call in, you do not have to give your name. You can maintain being and staying anonymous. 602-736-6660 is the number. Now, let's go ahead and get into this. Polygamy is what is currently blowing up today. And the reason polygamy is currently blowing up today is a lot of the reasoning is for family. A lot of people are falling in love with the traditional roles that men and women at one point in time have held and no longer do. A lot of men and a lot of women are falling into these different categories because also what they are realizing is men today, especially a man that brings more to the table than the average man, just isn't maintaining being faithful. So when he or she is no longer maintaining staying faithful in the relationship, they tend to look for things outside of it, right? No one wants to go through anything and or be hurt. So what they're doing is they're seeing what their man is going through and saying, okay, let me go ahead and do this. So give me a moment. I'm gonna make another call. Want to make sure everything can be heard. Calling my brother.
Capp reacts.
Why does your phone say no cap reacts now?
Because I'm actually calling you from the No Cap Reacts phone number just to make sure. Oh my God!
Are you on the air?
Jimmy? Yes, I'm live on the air.
That is Jimmy. Jimmy Lego!
Okay, Jimmy, stop acting white.
My birthday, bitch! Hey, it's my birthday, boy!
Happy birthday, Jimmy.
He did this, Jimmy. Thank you. Who's on? Who's starring?
There's nobody actually on here right now. I'm doing a therapy session. It's me. It's the Talking Head show. It's the Talking Head show. Tonight,
You gotta interview me sometime.
I could actually do that when your ass ain't working.
I'm not never working, bro. I'm a fucking lazy motherfucker.
No shit, Hefe. Okay. So
what's up, brother?
In the chat, can y'all just let me know? Can y'all hear everything that is being said? And you can hear the other people on the other side of the phone line. All right, they are saying we can hear. Okay, perfect. So everything is good. That's all I want to do. I love you, little bro.
Don't call me with this shit no more, nigga.
You shut the fuck up. Go do something. Go drink.
You shut the fuck up.
All right, I will holler at y'all later.
That was me talking. It's repeating after.
Yeah.
Y'all are stupid.
Why are you echoing? You got to turn your speakers down there, my guy.
Nope. I'm getting off the phone with your ass. I did what I needed to do.
Oh, that's fucked up. Using us for our sex.
Yep, I use you for your phone sex. You're stupid, F.A. All right, so as y'all see, the phone line is working. 602-736-6660 is the phone number. I probably should put my headphones on. That's usually when it works the best. I don't even think that I have them in here. Before we get that, what a momentum. Let me go grab my headphones. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Still no headphones. They're on one of these backpacks. Again, I see too many people on here. Like the video. A like is free. The fuck did I do with my goddamn headphones? This is what happened when you just got too much shit. They not in here. They just go ahead to echo. They're not. So be it. All right. Polygamy is something that over the last couple of years has exploded on the scene. You see it all over TikTok. You see it all over Instagram. You see it on Facebook Reels. Every platform under the sun, you have a show called Sister Wives. There's a lot going on. I live here in Phoenix, Arizona. In Phoenix, Arizona, there are a lot of relationships that are currently happening right now where they are practicing polygamy. The question is why? So, polygamy dates back to Adam and Lilith, biblically speaking. And with Adam and Lilith, Lilith decided that she wanted to be equal to Adam. So God put him in a deep sleep and created Eve, which is who you all hear about of Adam and Eve. Since the beginning of time, men have had multiple wives. The purpose of monogamy in the world that we live in today, in doing tons and tons and tons of research, you literally find out that it is because of taxes and tax purposes only. They did it in order to tax us. So, before we break everything down and get into it, the first thing I want to say is 602-736-6660. If you are currently in a relationship of this sort, have been interested in a relationship of these sorts, or are totally against it, call in. I give you like 5 to 10 minutes to kind of speak your piece. We're going to see what is on your mind first, or what you know about it, or think you know about it, or don't think you know about it. And that's about it. So, 602-736-6660. Let's make it happen. Let's see if we can get a caller in here today early, and we'll go from there. It's been a long day, and I'm about to have a longer night. I can tell you that right now. 602-736-6660. (602-736-6660). Don't be scared. Call in. Let's make it happen. What's up, Leslie? Oh, I forgot I was on TikTok. I'm on TikTok. If you're on TikTok, you're not on my channel, make sure you follow. Oh, yeah, I gotta make sure I watch cursing and all that. I forgot. God. What else am I on that I forgot about? Always the first one. Everybody always scared to be the first. I don't want to be the first one. I don't want to be the first one to call in. But y'all sure as hell be texting. Stop texting and start calling. All right. Anyway, so polygamy currently happening all over the world. Uh-oh, we got a call. Hello?
Hey,
You know I'm doing my
how
podcast
are
right
you?
now, right?
Oh shit, my bad.
No, you're live on the air because I turned on
What's
the.
up, guys?
What's up?
What's up, man? I was just seeing what's up with you. Damn, I didn't think you were gonna answer me with the podcast.
Are you watching it? I
No,
can
I'm
hear.
about to get on. Hold on.
Yeah. All right. Well, since you're here, I got questions for you. So, the show tonight, the subject is the explosion of polygamy. Have you seen that happening more and more lately?
Wait, it was repeating itself over and over again. I'm sorry. So I seen something on there like a comment. Can you repeat it one more time?
Okay. So, the subject tonight is the explosion of polygamy. Have you
Oh,
seen
hell no.
have you seen an influx of polygamy happening in the world today?
Absolutely.
Okay. D-
Absolutely. And I think it's ridiculous if you ask me.
Okay, why do you think it's
People,
ridiculous?
I'll tell you why. Because people are trying to run around and sleep with this person, that person, exchanging all this energy that sometimes people don't carry the best energy out there, number one. Number two, I mean, they're trying to create like this perfect person combining all these people into one. Truth really behind it is you're why don't you look at yourself and find the love within with you and understand that you are whole by yourself and you don't need to go outside of yourself to build up something to feel that type of connection with a bunch of other people, because obviously one person can't do it apparently, but really there really is one person, and that's you. You got to learn how to love yourself. I mean, and not just that, but like what kind of real connection can you have with more than one person all at once?
Okay. So,
Like,
let's take it back to where you started at.
okay.
Do you think that it is being used a lot more for sexual purposes as opposed to what it was originally created for?
Well, first, what was it really created for?
Okay, so I mean,
I want to understand
the
that part.
original creation goes back to the beginning of Adam, Lilith, and Eve. And that is how we
Mm-mm.
populated the world. That is how uh we got here to where we're at today, and every person in the Bible literally was a polygamist. They had multiple wives, but it is how they raised their family. It is literally the epitome of it takes a village to raise a family. That was the village. Even today, if you look at a village is a few women. So let's say 2 to 3 men, 8 to 10 women, and like 40 fucking kids. That is
I don't know where you're looking at, because, and then with no offense to anybody out there, I have respect towards all religions, but I can't follow that. The way that I see things, and the things that I know, that story don't sit right with me, because a woman could be the same way. Who's to say that a man can't fit all, give her everything she wants? I mean, half these guys don't even know their own worth, and they're over here using things on the exterior like money. Sure, money can give you peace, but I mean, it doesn't make you. You could still be a lame. You could still be, this negative energy carrying type of person. And I mean, who's gonna want all that? I don't know. I just don't agree with what you're saying, to each their own,
well, so again,
but
this isn't what I'm saying. This is literally the history of Earth. Every man since Adam,
that's
and
what you've learned.
biblically
Because
speaking.
I don't impose that on me.
Well, again,
I don't believe
we're
in the Bible. I'm
well,
sorry.
okay. So, but okay. but that's you. There are obviously hundreds of millions, billions of people that believe in religion. All right, and
Okay.
that is where
I believe in God, but I don't believe in religion. Religion's just another, if you look up dogma, it's just another way of controlling you. And you, of all people, should know, like, this
okay, but what
society, this world has put us in different categories. So,
here's
but
the
at the end of
thing.
the day,
Yeah.
I do stand by what I say. Yes, I do believe that people are using that, the biblical stories or whatever you want to
Well,
call
no.
it.
So I don't
Again,
even
no
want to
offense
say
to
the biblical.
anybody,
I'm just saying,
but
based off of biblically
those,
speaking, that's where it started at.
right.
Now, where we are
Mhm.
today, it is more so as you said, and I will agree with you. A lot of people are using it just for sexual purposes. A lot of people are, and that's so polygyny, polygamy, and polyamory are all three different things, right? And a lot of people are doing
Mhm.
polyamory where everybody just gets to sleep with everybody because yes, they're using it as
Hell no.
healing
Yeah.
purposes. They're using it because they don't feel complete. You got a bunch of people just sleeping with each other, but there's no purpose to it.
Mhm.
Whereas
Right.
other forms have been used for years as a form of population, family, legacy, keeping a bloodline clean, etc.
That's crazy. They can't even say nothing. I don't wanna hurt anybody's feelings because
You know,
nowadays
this is no
everybody acts
cap
so
reacts. We
sensitive.
hurt feelings. We don't give a fuck about no one.
Hey, well then fuck that bullshit. The fuck? Hey, I'm sorry, but I don't give a fuck what they said anywhere. It doesn't matter if I see it in front of my face. That's how you look at it. And good to each their own. Like I said, you want to go do that? You want to share your man? Sorry, boo, but over here we don't share nothing. I'm stingy as fuck. Nope.
Okay.
And you know
Now
what?
hold on, hold on. Now
It
I got
takes
a question. Now I do have the question. This is something that
go
that
ahead.
because I kind of put up a
Mhm.
poll in a couple of places and I've talked to a couple people today. And all the
Probably
women
guys.
no, actually it's women. All the
No.
women, the only reason that they said they wouldn't be down for it is they refuse to share their man. So, like you just said, you're stingy. All right, if we take that off the table, like, can I get? I'm trying to get an actual reason of why women are saying no, other than the fact that I refuse to share or I'm stingy.
It's not just that. It's not just that. It's not just to share him. I mean,
I know where you're gonna go because you're
literally,
gonna say
I
you're
can
not
go.
sharing your energy. I already know where you're gonna go because I know how you are.
You better stop it. You better stop
Tell
it.
me
Let
I'm
me talk. Let
lying.
me talk. You got me on live. Let me talk. All right. Let the woman talk. Let the goddess speak. Okay.
Watch what she
I'm
say,
just gonna
y'all.
say something. It takes a real woke man, God fearing man, to be able to be in my life. And let me tell you something. You think I'm gonna give it away so the next homegirl can take my shit? Hell no. He's got to keep up with me. What if I'm the one that needs several men? But nah, I'm not like that because no, baby, you can't have this. Anybody that comes in my path, guess what? They elevate. It just everything's just going smoothly. It just life feels great again, and I can't just share that with anybody. So as far as I'm concerned, I don't know nothing about that. Over here, we're on the self-care, self-love club. We pour everything into myself. I pour everything into myself. So I can't even relate to that subject. To each their own. Again, I can't say that enough, but nah, like the things I know, I'm very close to God. I there's a lot of things that I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. I still make mistakes. I sin like these people say out here, but like at the end of the day, I have a really close connection to God, and I just know that the person for me is gonna give me everything I want. I love attention. I love time. I love trust. I love loyalty, reliability. I like someone that can help me grow in ways that I never thought I needed to grow in. I like someone that acknowledges, the love in me, and then also can in a loving way, somebody that I can grow with, somebody that knows who God really is. People want to talk about the Bible, but do you know who God really is? So before you try to do some polygamy stuff, get to know God one on one. Because, like it says in the Bibles that everybody reads, God is a jealous goat. What makes you think He's gonna want you to give yourself to everybody? You can't even give yourself to Him.
I like that response. Thank you. I know you wasn't calling for that reason.
What was that?
We will
You're
talk
breaking up bad.
offline when cuz yeah, we need to schedule you bringing
Oh,
your
you're
ass
breaking up
back on the
bad. I'm gonna
show.
have to hang up and call back.
Nah, I said we go talk again. I had to get you where you get your ass back on the show again.
I'm gonna call you right back.
I'm a All right. Text her real quick. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now, but hey, I was talking so passionately
No,
about
I said
God
I
that the
said
connection got bad.
I said I'm gonna call you. We gonna talk offline when I'm not actually doing my podcast. That way we can schedule your ass getting back on the show.
Because let me just say something. People want to be like, oh, well, the Bible said this and that. But whoa. The Bible said, be still, for I am God. So how about you be still? Quit trying to run around with all these women, these men. Quit trying to find, what you're really trying to look for, which is God and
But
other people when God's within you.
true.
Just saying.
Again, we are definitely gonna talk. Now we do have to keep in mind because that's part of this is just exactly what you said. People using it for sexual purposes. So and
Right.
it's not for the purposes of sex. So yeah,
Uh,
we'll talk
Either way, I ain't
offline. I
down with
got the
that.
phone lines open for the actual show tonight. So when you call the
Ah! I'm sorry, but I don't. It's because I don't believe in that. I mean, again, I'm sure, like there is people out there that are thriving with it, and good for them. I love that for them. But for those that are using it for the opposite, I pray that they find peace and they find love within themselves because really, it starts with you.
Yep.
But if other people are able to procreate and make a communion and all that, I don't know. It sounds a little weird because wouldn't everybody be related or something like that?
No,
I don't know.
actually, they would. Your ass is tripping. All right, I'm gonna holler at
I'm
you
playing. All
later.
right, then have a good night. Bye,
I know when you be trolling. She said, "Would everybody be related?" So again, that's unfortunately the bad part about it is a lot of people look at it and they're using it just for for purposes of pleasure. Okay, and that's why I want to hear from the callers and have people actually call in first before I go in and kind of break down the differences of what these things are and why and the explosion of it. And there are some benefits that I've seen out here that make it what it is. Whereas in some cases, yeah, you are correct. I did a whole series, I want to say like 2 years ago, where I had a bunch of people that were practicing polyamory on, and that was just it. A lot of the people that I interviewed were hurt, going through things, had issues. Um, their life was incomplete. I mean, I even see they were going through stuff, trying to fight to get the kids back. Drug use, a lot of stuff, and then every relationship that they ended up in was a bad relationship. So it was kind of crazy. Um, some of the things that were happening and being said. But phone line 602-736-6660. Let's get another caller in. Let's get another caller. Thank you, Jackie. If y'all don't know, go back to some of the older therapy sessions and you will see the interview that I did with Jackie. It was a heartfelt interview with a lot of things that she was going through, struggles, family. Um, it was a good show. We did numbers. We definitely did some numbers on that one. Um, but who's next? Because that's just it. I want to talk to people that are for, people that are against, etc. And again, for all of you guys, make sure that you are hitting the like button, the thumbs up. You are live on the air.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can, yeah. You're breaking up a little bit, but I can hear you.
Okay. All right. So, for or against polygamy, polygyny, or polyamory? Where do you?
I'm for it. Initially, I wasn't open to it, but it was a conversation that I had with my significant other. I just needed to hear, point of view, and just a lot of conversation about it.
All right. So, in your relationship, it sounds like there was communication.
Yes,
Okay. So, with you and your significant other, how has it been?
it's great because there's no secrets, nothing being hidden is everything is out in the open. There's nothing to be hidden.
All right. So, here's the question: is it just about sex? Because a lot of these things.
No,
All right. So,
it's not.
what is the purpose based on your experience?
The purpose is to grow a family and, um, just to be, that way it's, like I said, there's no secrets or anything like that. So everything's in the open. It's not just for sex, it's about growing a family and having a, relationship.
Okay. Um, in your situation, potentially, are there future children or children going to be involved? How many wives are there? Like, you are one of how many? Like, what is
One of
your
three.
what? Okay, and what does that sit you like in the household? With
I mean, it's like they say, it takes a village to raise children, right?
yeah. So
So
like,
we work together, we raise our children,
okay. Now,
we all get along,
have
we're
you
friends.
have you seen a explosion of poly lifestyles?
I have actually. It's online. I see it a lot. Um, I follow a few poly couples where they're searching for other wives, and everyone looks happy. There's no jealousy or anything like that.
So when you see that, and then you see someone who is living the monogamous lifestyle, um, what is your thought process on that? Because it seems like monogamy in the world today is not working for
It's
a
not
lot of
because,
women, but it's also not working for a
yeah,
lot of men.
it's not because there's no communication, there's no honesty there. So there, men go and they cheat, behind, their women's back. So it's not, they have to hide. They live a double life.
All right. Well, I don't know. If you had something to tell to the people that are listening, what would you say to them?
I would say keep an open mind. Don't knock it till you try it. Have a lot of conversation, do research. Um, just don't close it off.
In your relationship, uh, is it faith based? Is it like how did you guys get to where you're at?
What do you mean? Oh, like for religion purposes?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we are, you know, we're religious, and we have those conversations. about why we're doing this and things like that.
Okay,
It's not just all about sex.
Here's the biggest question. Do the women fight? Do you guys fight? Argue? Is there jealousy?
No fighting. I mean, there's some jealousy, but not really. It's just petty stuff. Nothing like we can't stand each other or anything like that.
Okay. Well, keep doing what you're doing. I appreciate you taking the time to call in. Yeah. Anything else you want to say?
Nope. Don't knock it till you try it.
All right.
All right,
Thanks
have
for
a good
calling
night.
in. Y'all have a good night.
All right.
Two down. Can we get two more? 602-736-6660. Okay. So we've heard two sides, one not going for it and one openly living with two sisters. It doesn't seem to be as crazy as people make it out to be. I would like, yeah. Who else want to call in? Who else got something to say? If not, we finna just jump into this. Cause I said I'm gonna have maybe 45 minutes in already. 47 minutes. God. Whew. All right. So make sure I keep this thing pulled up on my phone so when it rings, I can answer it. All right. Polyamorous is men and women dating basically. So you take a man and a woman and you put them in a relationship and it's an open relationship. All right. They pretty much can do whatever they want to. But one of the things that, again, I will stress is what that young lady just expressed. The fact that they are openly communicating with each other. So there's nothing being hidden. One of the biggest things that I see in this explosion of polygamy in the world today, that you see it all over TikTok, etc., is the fact that people are actually open and honest with each other. Okay? And that is something that a lot of relationships are actually missing. A lot of relationships are missing the fact of being able to be open with your partner. So hearing that is a good sign because communication rules the nation. If you ain't got communication, I mean, there's a lot of things that you're going to miss out on. So the moment that you can start actually communicating with each other and going through things like that with each other, I'm going to always say that that's going to be a win-win situation. That is always going to be a win-win. Oh, shit. This is the first time I put myself up live on the Tickety Talk. All right. And I got some likes over here on TikTok. I haven't done that. All right. So this is where I really kind of want to go is what I was really going to do is pull up some actual TikTok videos. I know. No. 2 seconds. Actually, just move my keyboard back over in front of me. Okay. All right.
Y'all be talking about there's plenty of fish in the sea. But the problem is I don't want none of them fish. I want that fish. You see that fish? That's my fish. So bitch, don't touch my fish. Don't look at my fish. Don't talk to my fish. Bitch, don't breathe by my fish. That's my fish, and I promise I'm not swimming too far behind. Y'all be talking about there's plenty of fish in the sea. But the problem is I don't want none of them fish. I want that fish. You see that fish? That's my fish. So bitch, don't touch my fish. Don't look at my fish.
And I'm gonna say that's not truly how it starts out. I mean, that may be their situation where you had two bi girlfriends get together, and then obviously they went into what they went through.
Maybe this just means I'm in love. All praise to the creator of the stars up above. Now blessings rain down over us. When I see the sunshine, it turn my pain into love.
I don't give a damn about monogamy. I am fully prepared to have a conversation with a woman about our man, about making sure that we're doing our part to love him properly. But I don't require to be the only. I require respect. I require.
Now you see, like Neo out here today, he went from one girlfriend to two girlfriends to four girlfriends. Okay. And he said the reason he ended up in the situation he's in is because he was tired of lying. He didn't want to lie anymore, which is understandable. So, inputting like two and two together. Okay. So we'll get away from the biblical aspect of it and go to the reality of the genetics of it. As a female, you can have one child every 12-month cycle, let's say, because you're pregnant for 9 months. Okay. A man in a 9-month cycle could make hundreds, if not thousands, of children. It's a huge difference between how we work out, how we work together. Okay. That's a huge difference. Understandable. Okay. Women, when you fall in love with a man, other men cease to exist for you. As a man, when you fall in love, all women still cease. They exist 100%. We don't live the same lifestyle. And then the argument to that is, well, you know, if he can do it, a woman can have multiple husbands. True, you can. And some women do. But the majority of you don't want that. Someone said, how come a man can't be a hoe? Well, in order for there to be a hoe, there has to be a hoe maker. A woman does not have to work for sex. A man does, which is why when a man can have multiple partners, it usually also means that he has created something. What's up, Trayshawn? That means he has created something in this world that other women want. On and above all of that, as a woman, 10 times out of 10, you don't want a man that other women don't want. You do not want a man that other women do not want. If he is not attractive, if he is not of a certain height and weight or size, if he is not financially stable, you don't want him. Now, I did a podcast yesterday, or I did a show yesterday that explained how 90% of women are chasing after the top 20% of men. Okay? That's a lot of women chasing the same man. And then I make the argument that if, as a man, he hits every single metric that you look for in a man, and that man decides to have other women, how many of you are really telling him no? How many of you are going to walk away from that man knowing that you've walked through life having BS man after BS man after BS man that does absolutely nothing for you and has done nothing but tear you down? You finally get a man that lifts you up, brings you to every aspect of greatness that he possibly could. Every aspect. And you walk away from him for one reason and one reason only. And I throw a relationship psychologist question out to the people. Let's remove the phone line. Turn that off. And let's turn off the actual phone line. Off. So if you call now, it's a little too late. It ain't gonna work. Boom. Okay. So if you have a man that hits everything that you're looking for and asking for, and you walk away from him based off of that. So as I said, relationship psychologist. Her question to a woman that was married for 25 years. So 25 years of marriage, okay? She found out her husband cheated on her one time. She left him. 5 years later, she's in therapy. Husband is remarried. She is not. Now, they have raised children together. He paid all the bills. He took care of her. He provided. He did everything that a man is supposed to do. So the therapist goes, okay, I really want to ask you a question. And it goes like this. If you found out your man cheated on you one time or had a family on the other side of the city, which one hurts you the most? But before you answer that, understand, you have to answer this question. It is one or the other. It is not both. It is one or the other, and then there's the why. If your man cheats on you one time or has a family on the other side of the city, which one hurts you the most? For the ladies that are currently here watching now, in the chat, which one would hurt you the most? One time or the family? Just put in 1X or put in family, and I'll understand which one it is. Her response was the family. And the reason that her response was the family, her why, is because that means he loves her. Which means he made a family with her. He's paying her bills. He's taking care of her mentally, physically, emotionally. He's giving her the exact same thing that I'm getting. Sex for men means nothing. Now imagine her saying that after leaving her husband for having sex with a woman one time. Let that sink in. Because as women, you guys understand that for us, sex is nothing. It means nothing to us. It means everything to you because you are emotional, we are logical. Now, here's the biggest kicker. When you get a certain type of man, a masculine man, a provider man, a man that openly communicates, a man that it doesn't matter how many times you threaten him, he does not pay attention to your threats. As a matter of fact, he will tell you to shut up. Like, literally, if I came to you right now and we are dating and I say I want to have another girlfriend and you go, okay, I'm going to leave. I'm sorry, but guess what? Bye. I said it yesterday and I will say it again today. Women outnumber men 20-1. At least 10-1. Many say 20-1. Either way, there are far more of you than there are of me. So if I can hit all of your metrics and you want me, and you know how picky you are, guess how many other women are going to want me? But if as a man, he can communicate that he wants someone else and he comes to you and you make that into something bigger than what it is, are you not the one failing at communication? The world, again, has lied to women so much that they feel, and I say that for a reason, they feel that they are everything. But you change your pants, your dress, your leggings, your slacks, your hoodies, your t-shirts, your crop tops every day. You eat different food every day. You love a lot of different people, friends, family members, kids, all of that. You yourself aren't fully engaged with yourself because, unfortunately, if so, you wouldn't wear as much makeup as you did. You would probably, and this comes in the Karen, and I'm going off of what Jackie said, self-love. Cool. When you love yourself, you would never allow yourself to be unhealthy. See, loving yourself shows in yourself. See, there's a lot of men that walk around and unfortunately sell you on how great you are in order to get the cookie or something out of you. But in reality, they aren't that into you. And that is the sad part, is because if they actually told you the truth, you probably wouldn't like it. But what this proves is, one, there's like 27 of you people watching this right now because I can see all of the numbers. And a lot of them are some of the women that I've spoken to today, asking them why they wouldn't do it. Yet none of you were even willing to call in and say why. Because the reason of your why is a selfish reason only, which is I refuse to share my man. But what are you actually sharing? So again, if this man is a masculine man, which means he holds frame as a man, which means he provides as a man, which means he's safety and security as a man. And y'all always talk about sisterhood. Now, as sisterhood, well, you see so many other women out here struggling in these dating games the same way that you are. Why would you not share your man to help make her life a little bit easier? Not only that, a lot of you women are out here right now. You live with your parents. You are on some sort of government assistance. You have multiple children with multiple baby daddies, with a lot of these men that are not in their children's life. You rely a lot on your girlfriends as is. But neither one of you happen to be in a happy, healthy relationship. But imagine if you had a man that could actually come in and fill both of your cups. Let's say you're in your 40s and she's in her 30s. You want more children, but obviously you can't have them, but she could. He wants more children and you can't give it to him. Allow that man to create a legacy for himself. But it's these selfish intentions that allow you to say, I refuse to share him. But then you also get mad when, if and when, because it's far and few between, but there are men that do get up and leave. You have an excellent man, and you only can give so much to said man. And you would rather stifle him as opposed to be the one that is his biggest cheerleader. See, and a lot of these polygamy and polygyny relationships, those women are standing not behind their man, but to the side of their man. And they're helping him win. And as the young lady said, there are 3 of them. There's very little jealousy, no arguments. If they are, they're petty. That means that that man has also created a home of feminine women. See, I got another young man that I plan on having on the show here soon, where he actually has a home, but a 5 or 6 bedroom home full of women. And this young man takes care of all of these women. I was actually there because he came and got a Range Rover for one of his wives. And that's what he does. See, what you do is you take your women to the next level by taking care of them. I personally have been a proponent of saying this and will say this. I will never do 50-50 with a woman. I will never move in with a woman. I don't want you paying bills. But if I'm making your life that easy, putting you truly in your feminine and removing all of the feelings that you harbor in masculinity because you have to live in masculine energy, I would say that in most cases, that woman has no issues with potentially sharing her man. And you know why? Because she's probably in her divine feminine. A woman that is in her divine feminine is never arguing with anything. Y'all have that saying, my man, my man, my man, my man, my man, my man. Cool. But in doing and hearing and reading what was sent across from what was put out on social media first thing this morning in order to make this show happen tonight, a lot of y'all, he's truly not your man. And what it sounds like is a lot of you guys would have no problem bullying said man by threatening him. If you don't do this, I will leave you. If you think you'll have another woman, I will leave you. If you think that I'm not good enough, that actually means there's something wrong within you. I will leave you. So are you truly in a healthy relationship? Whether we like it or not, men of all species across the board are polygamous. Women are monogamous. The first thing that I think needs to be understood is your role and who you are. You could be the most beautiful woman in the world and I could love you to death. You could be the only one that I want to be with. But let something nice cross my path. I'm not going to not see it. I'm 45 years old. So the women that I entertain are usually around about my age. My youngest is 10. If today I decided to have a child, I would have no choice but to go for a younger woman. And if we are in a full-blown relationship and I come and bring that to you and you can't bear me children, does that mean you're going to leave? Make that make sense, especially when I would literally be taking care of you and everything else associated with you. That's the crazy part. We have to start to put some things into perspective because a lot of things have zero perspective. It's all about feelings. And a lot of times the feelings just aren't real. And I say that because, again, who can explain why? Give me the why. Even hearing that one person said it's just sick that a man is sleeping with 2 women. But y'all watch threesome porn all the time. Swingers clubs everywhere. Sexuality is thrown all over the internet. Instagram, OnlyFans, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Kick, Twitter. Twitter's like the new Pornhub. but for free. When you actually break it down and you look at it and you look at some of the benefits, I can actually see both sides. I can be devil's advocate though, and also look at the female side. I understand you grew up in a world where you learned about Prince Charming and you were told he was going to make you a princess and you were going to turn into a queen and you are good enough and nothing is better than you. But at some point in time, reality kind of kicks in. You see, once you get past about 25 to 28, that the world is really not roses and princes and kings, and you are not Snow White. You are not Moana. You are not a lot of these Disney characters. You are a real life human being that really have to struggle to find love and peace and happiness, and a man that is really truly able to come into your life and be able to give you more than what you know, which is the struggle. A lot of you know the struggle in a relationship because, again, you don't know the difference between a good man and a bad man. You know men, but you don't know the difference between a good man and a bad man. And when you do get a good man, unfortunately, whether you like it or not, all of us men, for the most part, do think and live the exact same things because it is in our DNA. Your 4-year-old, 5-year-old, 6-year-old son who knows nothing about sex will gladly run into the arms of a woman with a nice rack and a fat back. When I say a fat back, I'm talking about a ground round backside. Because even he knows and understands what attraction is. So if they know that at a very young age, clearly it is in his DNA. Clearly he is attracted to that. And if a man has it in his means to actually do right, not by one woman, but 2 women or 3 women, whatever the situation is, well, who are we to judge them? Who are we to tell the women that they have low self-esteem? Because it was brought up earlier. Look at Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon has 6 baby mamas, 12 kids. So you're saying Mariah Carey has low self-esteem and all his other baby mamas have low self-esteem? I would say not. And then you want to get on him and say there's no way he has enough time to take care of those children. Yet you are watching on a regular basis. He has enough time. Not only that, it's amazing how y'all can literally see one man with 6 women at birthday parties together, healthily, together. Play dates for the children. Birthday parties for the children. Disneyland, Universal Studios. They all come together. 0 arguments, 0 fights, 0 issues, 6 women, 1 man. You take Akon, who actually moved back to Africa so that he can have his 3 wives. You don't see his lifestyle because he's no longer in the U.S. He went back to the original country, and he is living perfectly fine with his 3 wives and says he has women all the time throwing themselves. You now have Neo with his now 4 girlfriends and very publicly and very open. You mean to tell me that all of these women, they have low self-esteem? Well, if that's the case, all women have low self-esteem because I, who was once an entertainer, have seen it firsthand for myself and even to this day, moving forward, all of you other women. See, back in the day when Plies was the shit, and when we are on tour, 100 of you outside of the door, waiting your turn. Yeah, not to get an autograph. You're waiting your turn, willing to share this man. But the majority of those exact same women have a man at home that if you think you can have more than one woman, I'm leaving you. But you are okay sharing that man because you see the value in him. See, it also goes back to respect. When you respect your man, you know you can't dictate anything to said man. You respect who he is as a man. You respect him as a provider. You respect him as someone doing something for you. But when there is no respect, well, we know how that goes. This is where, as men, I say, make it very clear. You're not my mother, so you can't tell me what I can and cannot do. And if you dare choose to threaten me, well, I already know what you think of me as a human being as is. So, cool. You've already walked through life failing. I'm willing to actually take you serious and make you a wife. Granted, you may not be the only one, but guess what? You're not in the streets. A lot of you are literally choosing the streets and the struggle. Polyamory, well, if you look at the men in these relationships, they're not bums. So they're doing things for these women and taking care of these women and creating family. They do have values. They do have self-esteem. A lot of them, which I will congratulate them, are posting their live and their livelihood on the internet for everyone to see, which also means it makes it a lot harder for you to judge them. I see both the female side and understand where you stand. And I also see, as a man, because I am a man, my side. I've been in a relationship and lived under the roof with two women that I was involved with. And it wasn't my choice. It was hers. It happens. It was a beautiful thing, and there was a lot of communication between all three of us. And this is when I was hella young. So, I will say this. In the world we live in today, we are well below our replacement rate. So for those of you that are practicing this lifestyle and trying to help replenish the world, doing your duty, and it is not just about sex, and the fact that you actually are marrying these women and allowing these women to grow and create legacies and have children and raise them in a 2 to 3 to 4 parent household, and you are taking care of everything you need to, congratulations to you 100%. Because as a father, I can tell you it is not the easiest job in the world to do. Dealing with multiple women is not the easiest job to do, but also being the masculine man that I am, I personally have never dealt with a woman that is cumbersome. A woman that's going to come around and make my life harder. It's never been like that. When I make your life easier, you're going to make my life peaceful. Now, if you are a quarrelsome woman, well, I'm going to do exactly like the Bible says. I'm getting rid of you. Like it says, it is better for me to sleep on the roof than to dwell within the home of a quarrelsome woman. Well, I'm just not going to invite you into my home, which is why I will never live with a woman. I'm just not doing it. And it's not the fact that I'm just looking to kick someone out. What I'm making it very clear, and I've made it very clear in every relationship, if you live and abide within the space of drama, there is none under my roof. I will never have it. Shit, my kids can't even bring that shit to me. So, I've gone on a little longer than what I planned on doing. Polyamorous is everybody sleeping with everybody. That is basically sex-based. Polygamy is a man with two women, multiple women. Polygyny is a man married to multiple women, and he is taking care of the home and household. For the ladies that called in, one I knew, the other one not so much. Thank you guys for calling in tonight. Again, share the hell out of this video. Let's get the comments up. Make sure you like the video. If you are not, subscribe on whatever platform you are on. Subscribe to the channel. And yeah, I'm going to go back to doing this on Friday. I do have a guest. It is a husband and wife. They also have a YouTube channel. They will be here this Friday night. I also have a guest on Sunday night. And then the following Friday starts the first episode of... Shit, what the hell do we call it? Hold up. I need to make a flyer too. I'm tripping. I got a lot of shit to do. I got Cut the Noise. Look out for a new podcast. I'm gonna make sure to start putting the channel too. It is called Cut the Noise. Yeah. 2025 is definitely gonna, it's already been a different year, but it's literally time to take it next level. And that's what I'm gonna do. And if y'all remember, at one point in time, I was doing shows 6 nights a week. I'm not finna say that I'm finna do shows 6 nights a week, but when I feel like it and I got a good topic and some shit comes up, this is what's going down. Make sure you stay tuned in. This is No Cap Reacts. I'm your man Bailey, aka Mr. Go Get 'em. And therapy session is back. But this session